private sport and recreational activity in which a player rolls a ball toward pins or another target. Game in which a heavy ball is rolled down a long, narrow lane toward a group of objects known as pins, the aim being to knock down more pins than an opponent. The earliest form of bowling known to exist has been traced back to the ancient Egyptian time around 5000 BC. The ancient Egyptians rolled stones at various objects with the goal of knocking them over, originally called tenpins. Invented December 29, 1862, a British anthropologist, Sir Flinders Petrie, discovered in the 1930s a collection of objects in a child's grave in Egypt that appeared to him to be used for a crude form of bowling. Line up the chute, try some bowling tricks, release with power. Venue is SMC Side City, Cebu. Tournament entry form. Type of tournament is regular format or the singles. This is my program, so the tournament will start this November 13, Saturday. First game is 8 to 11 a.m. for the 8 players for women's, and then 1 to 4 p.m. for the 8 players for men. Then the next day, November 14, Sunday, 10 to 12 p.m. the 4 players for women's, and 2 to 4 p.m. for players for men. This is for the second game. Then for the finals, November 15, Monday, the game will start at 10. Then for 10 to 11 a.m. for the 2 players for women, then 2 to 3 p.m. 2 players for men. Then for the awarding ceremony will be this November 16, Tuesday from 1 to 3 p.m. So these are the participants for this tournament. We have for women's, we have Monalyn Alo, Julia Tejero, Irish Taculud, Dalisay Odias, Chelsea Vargas, Ana Rose Stoque, Lenny Dutalias, and Jessa Acero. Then for the men's, we have Rochelle Pinco, Joel Pipito, Mars Camus, Nina Garcia, Keno de los Santos, Joshua Cañete, Mark Carretero, and Rio Campo. First game for women's singles, Alo versus Vargas, Tejero versus Stoque, Tacolod versus Tutalias, Odias versus Acero. For men's, we have Pinco versus De Los Santos, Pipito versus Cañete, Camus versus Carretero, Garcia versus Ocampo. Second game, we have the best of 4 for women's and men's. For women, we have women 1 versus women 2, women 3 versus women 4, then men 1 versus men 2, men 3 versus men 4. For the finals, best of 2 for women's and men's. Winners will receive each for women and men. Third place is 3,000, second place is 5,000, first place is 10,000, champion is 15,000 pesos. Hiccup. Scoring. Layouts. Player rules. Schedule and standings. Forfeits. Equipment. Rules of the game. Balls Committee. Tournament expenses. Venue location rental for 4 days. Budget expenses 30,000. Total expenses 30,000. Participants uniform. Budget expenses 5,000. Total expenses 5,000. Participants transportation. Budget expenses 10,000. Total expenses 10,000. Accommodation for players and committees for 4 days. Budget expenses 14,000. Total expenses 14,000. Bowling shoes rental for 52 hours. Then 250 per hour. Budget expenses 15,000. Total expenses 13,000. Bowling equipment covered by SM Bowling Center. Power supply sponsored by SM Bowling Center. Security for 4 days, 5,000. Budget expenses, total expenses, 5,000. Food and beverages for participants and committees for 4 days. Budget expenses, 20,000. Total expenses, 20,000. For the committees, we have 7 committees. Budget expenses, 70,000. Total expenses, 70,000. Overall total prices for the winners. Budget expenses 66,000, total expenses 66,000. Total for budget expenses is 235,000 pesos. Then total expenses is 233,000 pesos.